Okay, so the real battle is going to start soon. Let's just find the one that we are going to track, which is going to be... Let's see. We are going to track Roy Lee's friend, okay, which is here. Okay, let's see this battle. Okay. Landius is first ban for this guy. That's pretty interesting. That they don't care about this tail. Yeah, so second player like put this tail immediately when first player put juggler. And this player 2 today is using a different team than his like first round. He's only using one tank here. Basically, there is only this one juggler tank. We didn't see Landius in his team, right? Maybe we can count Bernhardt as the other tank, but it's kind of, this player basically has no solid tank to play with. Kind of interesting, but let's see how this goes. Player 2 has to pick a healer now, otherwise he needs to play without a healer. It looks to me that he is trying to rush. This player 2 is trying to rush. Yeah, Zoreda. So player 2 is trying to finish this game very fast. He's not picking any healer, but he only tries to rush. And I would say Zoreda counters this box pretty well. None of these characters can actually survive one hit from Zoreda. So this player 2 must have done some investigation on player 1 to figure that, he will just rush him. And we can also see the comments from other characters, from other players. This comment is no tank and no healer, yes. Player 2 is going for no tank and no healer team, basically. But he still can pick Olivier this time. Okay, so Omega here. Omega is kind of a tricky character to use now. If you are using like Omega, you are thinking about you have super good enchantment and your enemy's training is very low. This is when you use Omega. Very interesting rush team. Very interesting. I think Olivia could be a better pick for like than Omega in this case actually. This Liana has to carry some like ghost tail to counter this tail. So Claret actually counters this kind of team. So let's see how this game plays out. Yeah, the first player just runs like a stall game or something like that. I think player 2 really invested player 1 a lot because this Zareda actually counters his team. Like the whole team of player 1 dies to Zareda, right? This is why player 2 decided to not even put a tank or any healers here. But it's still kind of risky because this Claret counters player 2 as well. Yeah, if this, I mean, this Claret can move 10 spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So basically, she can move up here. The win condition for player 1 is just to kill Zareda. If Zareda dies, player 1 has a pretty good chance, I would say. And this Zareda is not going for like suicide build Zareda. She's using faction buff Zareda, so which is kind of interesting, but we will see. Hi Zikma, how is everything? Are you familiar with this play style, Zikma? Isn't that very similar to your style? Just put a bunch of assassins and archers and like Basil and Listel, right? Very similar to your style, right? No tank and no healer. I mean, this is very similar to your style in World Arena. Yeah. And I actually think he has a pretty good chance to win this game because this Zareda counters this kind of jugular healer team, right? Uh, it is kind of weird to me that this Zareda is using a faction buff Zareda. It is better that this Zareda is a suicide Zareda because faction buff Zareda cannot kill any of those. Faction buff Zareda can only kill this Claret, right? But she cannot kill any of those healers, right? If he is using like Suicide Zareda, all of his characters basically dies to one hit. So basically, player one, player one needs to wait for the breeze for Claret, so that she can kill Zareda. And if she can kill Zareda, she has a chance to win this game. Yeah, this is a faction buff Zareda. And I mean, he already got the buff from Basil, which kind of weird to me that, I mean, this faction buff didn't do anything, right? All the other characters, they got their own faction buff. Like, these two has legend faction, this one has dark faction, so Zareda can really do like suicide, like this, um, you know, try to kill them like one by one. I think it's better strategy. Yeah, because with faction buff Zareda, I don't think he can kill these healers consistently. Liana has 3 million, and Chloe, this Phenolax is very hard to kill, and this Tiarius is using this troop. This troop also reduce damage at reduce damage basically 100%. Yeah, this is the live battle. This is the live battle, the second round. Because Sigma's back probably is not fixed, so he's still using this Fairbrand Archer. There is like one infantry troop that is better for Sigma. That is, I think it is having a bug. Because when Sigma is using a melee troop, it gets reduced damage. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, so I think this Liana here better runs like Gospel instead of this Summoning Archer. So Summoning Archer is for debuff removal, but I mean he already gets Chloe, so debuff removal is not a huge issue. And only like Bozo can really deal debuff, right? So basically, player 1 is trying to find a chance to kill this Zareda. His breeze has yet to be triggered, so here is this Omega. 474 skill. 106 skill. Yeah, so player 1's training is not very high, especially for Liana. And for yeah, this Omega can one-shot Liana without any problem. Yes, divided by 3. Yeah, one-shot this Omega can one-shot enemy Chloe, Liana, and Tiaris. And actually Juggler, yeah, he has 3 times more skill than Juggler. So it says if scale is higher than like 3 times of enemy scale, it can ignore the troop and directly hit the target. Yeah. Okay, so here is Omega. I think player 2 is going to initiate the battle soon. Because this Omega is in range now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I mean he can move again, so he can move 7 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah. These Juggler and Liana are in range. Yeah, it is kind of GG now, right? Both Omega and Zoraida triggers Breeze, and also Stigma triggers Breeze. This tail can hit any of these targets. So next turn it will be GG. Yeah, next turn it will be GG. I can't think of any chance player 1 can survive next turn. So player 2 studied well like player 1 before the battle, so this assassin team counters like a lot of this, you know, healer and like juggler based team. If this Zareda is using, you know, like cold blood and then just kill these like characters like one by one, yeah, it is very hard for him to play this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, these characters are all in range of Claret, but she cannot. She needs to kill Zareda instead of those characters. Yeah, I think he gets a little bit confused in which faction buff to use. I really don't think carrying faction buff for Zareda is a super good. Is super good, and he failed. He will fail this time. Whoa, his Zareda can actually kill. Whoa, that's pretty good. Yeah, let me check how this happened later. I'm not expecting Zareda can one-shot Tiaras with that troop there because it has 100% damage reduction. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so here is Claret jumps in, trying to kill Listel, but looks not very successful. Okay, yeah, it's maybe because of the technology. Okay. That's actually hitting pretty hard from Claret. If this Omega is killed, then player 1 probably going to have a little bit of chance. Actually, no. If this Omega is killed, player 1 still dies. I can't think of any reason player 1 can survive that with just like even with Claret survive, he's not going anywhere. Maybe he can kill Listel without troop. If that's true, then he may have a chance, but no. Player 2 is moving first. Okay, here is the Beast Shark. Killed Basil. Yeah, backstab shouldn't affect it there. So now player 1 has nothing he can do to, to deal with this Listel. This Listel can now just, kill his old team now. Yeah, I think that troop has 100% to reduce the damage at level 10. So maybe his troop is not level 10. Yeah, this Listel is not. Yeah, player 1 cannot deal with this Listel. Sigma's per damage. Yeah, I mean 3 healer strategy works when your healers will not be killed, and Zoreda and Omega can all kill these healers, so it is not working here, right? Zoreda and and Omega can kill all these healers there. Okay, so here Sigma killed Omega. Okay, yeah. This was actually like pretty obvious win by player 2, I think, because his team just counters a lot, you know, like healers and juggler team. Yeah. Yes, I think it's just like probably the tech still triggered and the Dark Archer still killed through. So let's wait for the second battle soon. Maybe player 1 is giving up. Let's see if he decided to keep playing. His box is countered by player 2 by a lot. I think player 2 did some investigation on player 1 before the battle start, and player 2 changed his box. His box looks very different from like the first round. In first round, he still has like Landius in his box, and in this round, I think he just took out Landius and put a lot of assassins and you know all these characters who can you know kill these healers. Okay, let's see if it starts. Okay, so here we go. This is the second. Oh, actually, it didn't start. It still didn't start. So let's just check other battles first, and then maybe we will come back later if they start. Is there any other that I want to check? This could be interesting. Let's check this one. Moonlight just win the first battle. So this is their second battle already. So this Kawaii is using Juggler here and Rachel and Yulia with 2 healers. And player 2 is using Leonhard with Juggler and Yulia with also like 2 healers. Kind of interesting. Looks like Yulia is going to be a key, and this Leonhard should. Oh, this Leonhard is bringing 3 AoE. That's kind of interesting. When you fight Juggler, you can always bring the scale that can remove the, you know, remove the scale. Yeah, remove the guard. Like basically, it can remove the conversion from like defense to attack. Remove passive scale. Yeah. Yeah, this is very common in season 2. So Yulia will drop after like 3 months in global. Yeah, 3 months later, or 2.5 months to be more accurate. So it's basically after after the end of season 1. Okay, here we go, Leonhardt. And Leonhardt actually stunned Juggler. Oh no, stunned Tiaris. Okay, so Leonhardt is trying to kill this Yulia. That's kind of interesting. Nice. Yeah, this is a nice breeze. And this Yulia is killed. Yes. That's a very smart move. That's a very smart move. This Yulia dies because this kill is below like 70% health points. Yeah, it is kind of a mistake to not bring any AoE skill for Ritual. And then Vela can use teleport. Oh, Vela is not bringing this nice teleport. That's kind of weird. But all the troops are killed, so Vela can actually again Yulia. Wow, that's huge. It's kind of GG now. Yeah, Yulia can revive in this case. So Yulia can just, you know, just don't do anything here. Okay. So she's attacking. Okay. And Jadra is killed. Wow. Wow. This Yulia is insane. So this is basically GG. So let's go back to the other game. Insane Yulia. Let's see if the other game has started. Yeah, Yulia is just super OP in season 2. Okay, so here this battle also started, and it looks very similar to the first battle, right? Except player 1 has Zorida now, and player 2 is still like assassin, based team. With Zorida, not assassin based team, but all these long range characters. They all have like long hand here, and we see this Yosuke here is trying to pre-infection buff for Leonhardt. And again, no heal, no tank. Yes, no heal and no tank. So Sakura is going to be picked. Oh no, actually Joshua. That's interesting. Yeah, Zikma, that's your style. I think it works well against this player. Yeah, it works very well against this player. Yeah, I was autoing in like global version, and I was told to stop auto, so I have to find another team. I don't know why like global players don't like to auto. Auto just so convenient, and right? Yeah, in Chinese server, almost all the players that I meet they auto. Like I don't know why like global players hate to auto. Like right? Yeah, and I don't really think you can stop other people from autoing unless you leave yourself, right? Like it looks weird to me that you hate others to auto when you're trying to to do a like pub game. If you have like your own farm team, then you can ask all your teammates to not auto. But just for farm gym, I can do other things where I'm farming gym. Like I'm streaming here and I'm farming gyms, and I think like auto farming is the best idea. Like I don't know why people are getting very angry about autoing in like this gym. It's kind of weird to me. Okay, but let's just look at this. So faction buff Zorida. This Zorida looks very undertrained in season 2. Because you already have secondary enchantments, so with this kind of attack it is kind of low. Right? Oh, but this Zorida is probably using Euler's bow. Yeah. This is a Euler's bow Zorida, so this is why the attack is a little bit lower. If you check the attack here, it will be much higher after faction buff. So here is Yuzuki co-infection buff for both Joshua, Leonhardt. Okay, and here we go Sigma. This Leonhardt is also like still carrying 2 AoE, which is kind of interesting. Breeze is triggered. Let's see if this Leonhardt will start this time. Okay. I don't think Luna can kill this Leonhardt though. Yeah. Luna may try to kill this Joshua. And this Luna is carrying faction buff, so she cannot use the 1.5 scale or 1.6. No, no. I don't know what he's doing. What he's doing, right? He tried to use Dark Reaper to without faction buff. Even with faction buff, there is no way you can kill Leonhardt with Dark Reaper. Yeah, this is kind of weird. If you have a max leveled, infantry like training, there is no way you can kill Leonhardt with Dark Reaper. But it's also kind of weird to use Leonhardt in this battle as well. If player 1 is not making this mistake, this Leonhardt is not going to do anything, right? Yeah, if player 1 doesn't make this kind of mistake, then this Leonhardt is not going to do anything. It is also kind of weird that this Luna is not using like. Okay, that's fine. But she can't kill Joshua now. Because move again is disabled. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I don't know how he think his ritual can kill that Leonhardt. Let's just not possible. This is this is probably because he didn't do lots of tests with like how much damage his ritual can deal. If you have like friends, you can test. I mean, it's basically no way this ritual can kill that Leonhardt. Basically, no way. Okay, so this Zareda just killed Joshua. So player 2 was asking for a trade, so she can kill this Zareda now. Yeah, I think player two's Leonhardt was a bad pick actually. So if this Richard was not making this mistake, then this Leonhardt is not doing anything. Like even he picked Leonhardt, he should not bring just the two AOE scale, right? If I'm using this Leonhardt, I'm trying to block the passive of Juggler and probably going to bring one single target scale, right? One AOE plus one single target scale. That's a nice breeze. Yes, this Zarya still needs to wait like 2 turns for the skill cooldown. Because this has 2 turn cooldown, so basically the third turn she can attack again. Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think Luna is more like important here. Yeah, faction buff Luna is very weak. Yeah, um because they have these secondary enchantments, so that's why you can have like insane juggler. This shock is not ready. It has like 5 turn cooldown. Still needs 2 turns to be ready. Yes, player 2 now needs to count on Yusuke to kill this juggler. No, not yet. But I think he would need to attack this turn. Okay. He's still waiting. Juggler needs to kill Zareda now. But if yeah, and this Liana should be able to tank one hit from Sigma. Interesting. still in water, so still hard to kill. Yeah, I don't really understand this Liana carrying summon in this game. He probably wants to block, but it was not very successful. It is not GG yet because Juggler is in water. This map, as long as Juggler is in water, he got the damage reduction. So, right? We can check it here. As long as Juggler is in water, he gets the damage reduction. So. Yeah, actually still 2 because his Liana can heal. Okay. The damage is not super enough, looks like. Now Liana again Juggler, and Juggler can use Beast Shock this turn. Beast Shock coming. Yes, still has so 4 turns left, yeah. So Beast Shock can kill one of these characters. Yeah, it is very, very likely that player 2 is going to win this time. But he has to kill Yusuke to try to win this battle. Because without Beast Shock, it is hard to it is just not possible to kill Yusuke, right? Yeah, if this Beast Shock is trying to kill Sigma, then I would say he kind of lose the battle here. If this Beast Shock killed Yosuke, then he had a chance. Yeah, there is no way, without Beast Shock, no way player 1 can kill this Yosuke. Over 700 defense, just can't kill. Well, but he has to try at least, right? Without trying, he just throw the game now, right? There is no way he can win. With only 3 turns left, there is no way he can win. I mean, with Beast Shock, he still stacked, a huge amount of attack. The other thing that I don't understand is that this Liana, This Liana is carrying a Sky Archer, which has no use at all throughout the game. She should just use Ghost Pill. Like, I don't really understand she is using that Sky, like summoning Sky Archer skill. There is no debuff that she needs to remove, right? And you have only one summon, it is hard to block your enemy with one summon, right? If you have two summon, you can try to block your enemy. But with one summon, it is just not working, right? It is not magic attack, it is physical attack, but it is pretty, it can hit pretty hard. It is not magic, it is physical attack. That's a skill, that's a very strong skill. Especially he is using the new hammer. That's I actually did a Gears summon video on this new hammer, and I talked about why this is super strong, because it has a huge increase in the damage dealt, basically, and it worked well. It synthesized well with the talent of Yusuke. So this is why Yusuke killed Liana there. Okay, so that's a GG for this kite, which is his friend of Roy Lee, I think. This guy is a friend of Roy Lee. Roy Lee mentioned him, how his luck was terrible in season 1, so hopefully he gets better luck this season. Yeah, let's just check one thing, like first in first battle, how this Zoreda killed Tiaras. I was still confused a little bit there, but let's just check. So nice round, nice round, nice round, nice round. Yeah, here. But that should be 100% proc, right? 100% chance to reduce damage dealt by 50%. So it is like 100% triggered. So yeah, it is 100%. This is why I think I don't really. Yeah, let's see here, 547 defense with all the faction buff available, and this Zoreda has 1062 attack with dark faction. Yeah, it's still, yeah. Yeah, this is by a pretty big margin, I would say. Like, this is not even close, right? Yeah, this is probably the reason, because Archer gets a technology there, so increase the damage dealt by a lot. Yeah, 25k damage, and he had, and she had. So she had, yeah, only 18k damage, 18k health points. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, so it means that Zoreda can deal like 50k damage. Well, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so just some lessons learned. Let's see if we have some other battles that not finished yet, so we can have a look on those. So looks like there are still some battle left. Most of the battle has been finished. Yes. Let me just check if Leon win the battle or not. Leon is the other guy that is pretty famous. I think he's in Group D. Nope, not Group D. Yeah, most battle has been finished. So I will probably do a review on those battle in like around 7 p.m. tonight Eastern time. So if you have time, you can join my stream again, and I will go through some of I would say most of those battles because we don't have that much. Yeah, archers get some get 30% attack from attacking from forest. Yes. Bolt Ranger gets 50% of damage reduction, but that's probably not enough. It was 50% damage reduction. No, it is not applied after the attack. It is applied at the time before attack. I mean, if after the attack it is not useful, right? That's not the case. The damage reduction is applied before the attack. I'm pretty sure about that. But looks like Leon also win the battle, so we will see how Leon wins this battle. Should be a very interesting battle to watch. Oh, you mean after the attack bonus calculation? Okay, yeah. So actually, let's try one of the joint battle. So this is level 56 joint battle, which we don't have, and I would say pretty hard. So let's just see how this goes, and yeah, let's just see. So this is the joint battle that gives you the SSR keys. It is not that easy. So I'm probably going to use Zoreda here. And they also have battle rewards with level 65 joint battle. So they changed all the maps in level 65 joint battle. Monday, Tuesday joint battle was still like very easy, but I think I tried this joint battle yesterday with Pop, and I failed twice, so it's kind of weird. But let's see how this will go. Yeah, and around like 7 p.m. Eastern time today, I'm going to review the other battles. Okay, Zoreda survived here. Okay, nice. So yeah, from today's battle, basically we see that it is very important to investigate a little bit of your enemy. So so you can bring like different teams based on what your like enemy use. This is especially true in season 2 because in season 2 you will have like maybe like 20 characters like with maxed stats. So you really want to use the characters that can counter your enemy because you have plenty of choice by then. Okay, looks that super hard today. Probably yesterday I just don't have very strong teammates. Here we have an Emmerich Steel. Yeah, the map is not super hard. It's basically Omega killed my teammates on yesterday. So I don't know how his team killed by Omega, but yeah, the map looks pretty straightforward. Yeah, the damage reduction, even at 100%, it is not. Yeah, you will not. Oh, actually, yes. If it is 100% reduction, you barely take any. You barely take any damage. And this is true if you are using especially if you are using yeah, you can stack a lot of damage reduction if you are using the holy packs. Yeah, if you are using holy packs, then you have huge amount of damage reduction. And if you are using claret to and then stack, if you like, she has a talent of damage reduction, and then if you are running holy packs, you can have like 80% or like 90% of damage reduction, and indeed you will receive basically no damage when you are attacking. So that's damage reduction. I would say, yeah, it actually works similar to that. I mean, I can check more of that, but I'm pretty sure, like for Claret, if you are using like Holy Paths, she barely take any damage when she is attacking. And that is because she can stack up to like 90% or something, like crazy amount of damage reduction. Yeah, this map looks okay. There is just this Glorid and Layla, and that looks fun. And here is the Emmerich. Yeah, so I guess nothing really special in this joint battle. So I think I will close the stream now, and yeah, tonight I'm going to go through the other battles. And if you guys have time, feel free to join, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you guys later.